Welcome to the e-commerce Badassery podcast, the place for scrappy entrepreneurs who want to learn actionable steps and strategies to grow the traffic, sales, and profit in your e-commerce business. I'm your host, Jessica Totillo-Coster, a 20-year retail veteran and former brick-and-mortar boutique owner who spent 3 years as the only employee of a 7-figure online store. That shit was crazy. I know exactly how it feels to do all the things, and I'm sharing everything I learned the hard way so you don't have to. I may have started this business by accident, but supporting badass bosses like you lights me the fuck up, and I am so stoked to see you grow. Are you ready, babe? Let's roll. Welcome back to the e-commerce Badassery podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Totillo-Coster. If you haven't heard already, I'm participating in a summit next week called The One Thing, hosted by Lauren Tilden. I love summits because they're a great way to discover educators I wouldn't necessarily find in my everyday business life and to learn a few new things along the way. But I also get easily overwhelmed when there are so many speakers and it's hard to know which presentations are going to be the most impactful for me. And this is especially true when a summit isn't industry specific like this one. While Lauren does have product-based businesses in her audience and even has a product-based business of her own, this summit is not specific to product-based businesses. So to save you a little time, I scoured through the lineup to identify which presentations I think will be most beneficial for you as a product-based business. How many times have I said product-based business in the last minute? That's not to say you should ignore the rest. Please review the entire lineup to see what piques your interest. But hopefully this episode will narrow down your focus a bit and help you plan your days. Oh, and I should say that every presentation is 15 minutes or less. So even if there are a bunch you want to see, it shouldn't take very long to get through. So day one is all about getting seen with visibility and discovery strategies. The goal is to get you in front of more of the right people. And we know you can have the best product in the world, but if no one knows you exist, it doesn't matter. There's nothing good about being the best kept secret. So the first presentation I'm super stoked about, and I really love this name, is called Reel, R-E-E-L, Lazy. How I Squeeze 7 Posts from One Video with Devin Brinkley. You've probably heard me say this before, but repurposing content is the key to staying consistent without burning out. Inside my Content Badassery course, I teach you how to take one long form piece of content and turn it into 41 smaller pieces. And in this workshop, Devin is going to show you her exact method for repurposing one Instagram reel into 7 fresh posts across multiple platforms. Now, I personally haven't posted on social media in a really long time, but it keeps nagging at me. I might want to get back on there. So I'm super stoked for this one. If you've been struggling to stay visible without spending hours creating new content, this is probably going to be a good one for you. Then we have the Good Design Foundation Check with Stacey Aguilar. I've always been the kind of person who can look at a graphic and tell whether or not it looks good, but I don't necessarily know why. I'm not a designer, but my eye can tell. So if you've ever stared at your social posts or website graphics and wondered what's missing, I'm thinking this workshop is going to be really helpful. Stacey is going to break down a simple 3-part framework you can use to evaluate and improve your visuals, even if you're not a designer. Again, I'm personally excited for this because I'm hoping that it will teach me what it is my eye sees and why I think something is visually pleasing versus not so much. Then we have Creating Meme Reels That Hit for Your Brand with ChatGPT by Kinsey Soderberg. Don't know if I'm saying her name right. I love a good meme and I love leaning on pop culture references when it comes to marketing. But of course, it takes time to create this content and we don't have any of that. So in this session, Kinsey is going to show us how to speed up the process by creating these types of reels with AI. And if we can do something faster, I'm all in. Then we have Big List Energy, How to Grow Your List Without Social Media with Marcy Rossi. I'm a big fan of collaborations between business owners. They're hands down the fastest way to get in front of new customers without spending money on ads. And I talk to you about collaborations all the time, but I'm super excited to hear a fresh perspective and pick up some new tips. So if collaborations have been on your mind, but you're not really sure how to approach them, this is a must watch. So that's 4 presentations for day 1. Day 2, the summit is all about messaging, mindset, and magnetic content. Any online business requires creating content and writing copy. And unless it's something you're already good at or you truly love, it can be one of the most difficult parts about running your business. Yes, AI can help, especially if you have a tool like the AI Brand Brief, shameless plug, to train AI to write in your voice, but it can still make your biz life a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. So I've got 3 presentations on day 3. The first one is One Small Story, Finding the Magic in Everyday Moments with Sally Murphy. We all know stories sell, but like you, I sometimes struggle to figure out which stories are worth telling. In this session, Sally's going to show you how to spot the magic in the ordinary and turn everyday experiences into clear, compelling stories you can use in your marketing. If you've ever said to yourself, my life is boring and I have no stories, this is probably going to be super helpful for you. Then we have how to write ridiculously good headlines for your website. No matter what you sell, strong headlines are critical. They show up everywhere, your homepage, your product pages, your email subject lines. This session is all about writing headlines that grab attention, making people feel like they belong, and getting them to keep reading. Super stoked for this one. Then we have Steal My Snippet Library. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure exactly what this workshop is going to cover, but anything that helps me save time and keep my copy consistent is a yes from me. From what I gather, Holly is going to walk through building a stash of ready-to-go copy snippets so you're never starting from scratch when you write. This seems like one of those very obvious, I should have done that already. So I'm excited to see her system. Then we've got day 3. This is all about making sales. We're talking conversions, strategy, and selling. And this is also the day my presentation goes live, Abandoned Carts That Convert. We've also got 3 presentations for this day. The first one, the 7-step follow-up formula that actually builds relationships. So if you have any sort of in-person presence, whether it's a brick and mortar shop, pop-ups, local events, even if you're only building online relationships with other business owners, learning how to follow up effectively is going to make a huge difference in cultivating those relationships. Most of us drop the ball after networking or meeting new people, and it's just a missed opportunity. Erica's going to share a 7-step system to turn new contacts into meaningful connections. We cannot run our businesses in silos behind our desks. Relationships are everything. And if it's something you struggle with, well, Erica might have the solution. Then we have Why Nobody's Clicking. 3 brain fixes you can try today. You know I love email marketing, and honestly, just sending the damn email already puts you ahead of a lot of your competitors. But continuing to optimize over time is what really drives growth. This workshop is all about why your subscribers might not be clicking those emails and 3 simple psychology-backed tweaks you can use to get them back on your site. I can't wait to nerd out on some email. And then lastly, we've got the story selling formula, how to promote your offer like a main character. I regularly talk about the importance of focusing on your best sellers instead of trying to sell everything all at once. But knowing what to promote is only half of the equation. You also need to know how to talk about it in a way that connects. And learning to sell through storytelling is one of the most powerful skills you can develop, no matter what you sell. So I'm really excited to hear how she teaches this. All right, so we've got 10 sessions over 3 days. If you want to check out the rest of the lineup or grab your free ticket, head to ecommercebadassery.com/one thing, ONETHING. I'll stick a link in the show notes. And remember that each presentation is only up for 24 hours. So you're definitely going to want to mark your calendar for these days so you don't miss them. If you decide you'd rather have unlimited access to everything so you can watch on your own schedule, you can grab the all access pass and then come back to the sessions whenever you need them. It'll be offered to you after you sign up for your free seat, and they have early bird pricing up until the day the summit starts. And I humbly ask, even if you only plan on getting the free ticket, please use my affiliate link so the host will want to partner with me again. If you have any questions about the summit or you're not sure which sessions are right for you, you can always shoot me a DM on Instagram or ask away in the e-commerce Badassery Vault. That's my circle community. You can comment on the summit details post that's already in the Jessica Says feed. All right, friends, I hope you're having an amazing week. I hope to see you at the summit. That's a wrap for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you on the flip side. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you want to learn more about growing your e-commerce business, get started with my free resource library at ecommercebadassery.com/free stuff and get an invite to the Lounge, my e-commerce marketing membership. When you're ready for one-on-one support, apply to work with me at ecommercebadassery.com/apply. Before you go, would you do me a quick favor? Leave a rating and review and tap that follow button. This pushes me up the chart so I can support more scrappy e-commerce entrepreneurs just like you. I'm on a mission to reach as many as I can, and I could really use your help. Thanks so much in advance. Until next time, e-commerce friend, stay badass.